Coming up on Mountain News this morning, God's Pantry Food Bank in London helped feed 500 families for Thanksgiving.
And students at one Floyd County school are changing the way they view the world and the people in it.
Plus, extreme weather changes over the last several months has caused a shortage in Christmas trees that could last long into this holiday season.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. It is 4:59. I'm Will Puckett.
And I'm Madison Pergram.
Thank you for tuning into Mountain News this morning on this Tuesday, November the 26th. In Madison, really a rinse and repeat of yesterday. Fog.
Yeah, yep. But we're one day closer to the weekend is how you view it.
One way closer to Thanksgiving, so you better be putting on them stretchy pants. Brandon already has his ready to go for Thursday,
right.
Don't you?
I'm ready. I'm ready to eat. I'm ready to go. And listen, this is the last day of school for a lot of kids this week until after the holiday. So there you go. We start off, as Will mentioned several times, with fog. This morning we take a look outside the WYMT studios, and you can see it thick and dense. I was coming in this morning, and literally from Letcher County to from my front door all the way into Hazard, dense fog at times there, so be extra careful this morning as you head out the door. Visibility sensor is not showing it. It is valley fog. Only spot seeing a little bit of issue there besides Harlan is Jacksboro, and again, Harlan less than 1 mile, Jacksboro close to 1 mile, so just be careful this morning. Wild swing in temperatures, 27 in Jonesville, but 43 in Moorhead this morning. A lot of colder air in those valleys, some of those ridges a little bit warmer. 31 Hazard, 31 London, 42 Pikeville, 41 Prestonsburg, and 41 in Somerset. Coffee meter a little extra, and then maybe some max warming as you see some areas there in the 20s and low 30s. Out the door forecast, I'm going to take us right to around 32 in the valley locations. Of course, ridges may be just a little bit warmer. 63 are forecast on today, although we'll see some early sunshine. The clouds will start to pick up ahead of that system that's going to start to affect us overnight tonight. I'll have the rest of that forecast coming up here in just a little bit. Madison.
Thank you, Brandon. Well, in Kentucky, 1 in 6 people are unsure about where their next meal might come from. But yesterday, God's Food Pantry in London helped feed 500 families for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, WYMT's Lacey Roberts was there as they loaded up cars with meals for those in need.
Here in Laurel County Monday, it is the second year for giving out Thanksgiving dinners from the London Distribution Center.
This place here, it's a blessing.
It's hard to make it month to month. You know, food is so high.
Serving low-income households in more than 12 counties, they feed 150 to 200 people a week.
They have blessed so many people, and these ladies, they work so hard at doing it. I know they got to be wore out.
Just before lunch, 275 boxes were already distributed.
It was really busy. I think they started lining up around 7:30 this morning.
Each car receives a box that feeds 6 to 8 people. The meal includes a turkey, onions, potatoes, butter, eggs, and a box of fixings.
2 cans of yams, 2 cans of fruit cocktail.
I've been there where them ladies are at, and I'm here today.
Makes you feel good to know that these families are going to get to have a good Thanksgiving, and their kids are going to get to have food on their table as well.
Helping those less fortunate so they too can be thankful on Thanksgiving.
You know, treat others as you want to be treated. And without that being in your heart and in your mind, nobody would be giving us anything.
In London, Lacey Roberts, WYMT Mountain News.
They also delivered to those who could not come to the food bank. All families that received a box are from low-income families and were on a pre-approved list.
And students at Floyd Central High School are changing the way they view the world and the people in it. The students are going beyond learning science, math, English, and history. They are learning about different religions, cultures, and races. 10 students at Floyd Central are paired with 12 students in the Bronx, New York. Mary Sloan, one of the teachers, says it's a good way to break down barriers.
We thought, what would be a great way to celebrate Thanksgiving than to do this project that's called Empathy Eats, where students actually shared a recipe that was really important to them and the story behind why it was important.
Technology allows the students to interact face-to-face, and Floyd Central students took a trip to the Bronx, and students from the University Heights High School in the Bronx plans on coming to Floyd County in the spring.
Well, an update to a story we've been following out of Laurel County. A worksheet in a first grade textbook that asks students to identify what fat is by circling a picture of one of two girls has been removed. A student's mother took her concerns that the lesson was encouraging fat shaming to social media. Yesterday, the school system said it is removing the page from the workbook and will express the parents' concerns to the textbook maker, McGraw-Hill.
And with Thanksgiving only a few days away, people are starting their holiday travels. AAA is expecting about 50 million people to be on the road this week. That is a 3% increase from the holiday travel season last year. Travelers we talked to yesterday say the roads are not too bad yet.
I haven't noticed much of a difference yet. It might be a little bit more busy right now, but for the most part, it still seems to be pretty light going.
Representatives from AAA say Thursday morning is the best remaining day to travel this week as not as many cars are on the road.
Well, for those keeping a close eye on gas prices, we have mapped out what you can expect here in eastern Kentucky. You will notice around I-75 and in Letcher County, gas is lower than the rest of the mountains. You will find the lowest average in the state in Bell County, where gas there is about $2.17 a gallon.
And extreme weather changes over the last several months has caused a shortage in Christmas trees. Farmers in Whitley County picked up their Christmas trees from North Carolina last week, as many do this time of year. However, an estimated 10,000 trees were lost on that farm alone from both the heavy rainfall in early summer and the stunted growth they got after the drought.
Pretty good looking tree, so I will have trees next year, but there'll be a lot of farms that won't have a tree at all.
Sally Gap Farms ended up with around 300 trees this year, a significant drop compared to their usual 500.
Well, thank you for getting your day started with us right here on Mountain News This Morning.
More news is on the way.
In 2006, Tara Conner made national headlines when she won the title of Miss USA, which was later in jeopardy due to drug use. Now she's advocating for those battling addiction.
After starting off the day with some fairly nice conditions, things go downhill this afternoon and later tonight. I'll track all those changes in about 3 minutes.